All right, YouTube and Land Cruiser Nation, I'm about to put out this video which I've been awaiting a while to do. We're here, that's the Pacific. We're at Dana Point, Doheny Beach. And this here's the reason why. Big Red, this is a beautiful rig. This format's gonna be two Land Cruiser guys, so me and Jay Perkins. We're gonna trade keys, drive each other's trucks, and then kind of talk about the top 3 things we liked, and then the bottom 3 things we didn't like. So, speaking of likes, if you guys like this video, definitely hit like, so I know, and I will produce more videos like this. And subscribe, of course, if you like Land Cruisers. Now, don't have the excuse of, oh, I can't subscribe, I don't have a Gmail, I can't like because I don't have a Gmail. Go get a Gmail, put it with your name. Like me, I would do jamie.landcruiser@gmail. That way you put all your Land Cruiser stuff in one email box. Keep life easy. Trust me, you'll thank me for it. So go get a Gmail, hit that like, and subscribe. So let's get to it. All right, so this is Jay Perkins' rig, Big Red, and this is Sir Jay Perkins himself, all the way from Ohio, here to the ocean, right? So that's what made this video kind of special. He's had this at Cruiser Tech getting worked on, and he's picked it up to do a nice drive to Colorado and then trailer it the rest of the way. So, Jay, Big Red, right? You've named it?
Yeah, we call it Big Red, yeah.
Big Red. So I'll tell you, you know, everybody viewing this video, it's dangerous when you name your car. I've done it. It means you end up keeping it. So, you know, I've got a couple kids I named. The ones I didn't, you know, the ones I named, I still have them. The kids I didn't name, well, I sold them years ago. So once you name your vehicle, your beloved, chances are you're going to keep it. And this is a keeper right here. So a little bit about Jay. So I had him on a podcast about 1.5 years ago because he set a record. He bought an LX 450 off of Bring a Trailer. We won't say price, but it was just north of 6 figures. And I was like, okay, this guy likes Land Cruisers. It was his first one. And right when we were doing the podcast, he said, hey, you know what? I bought another. And this is it. And he bought another and another. And one of them's for sale. I'll post it at the end of this video if you want to see it. It's an emerald green, beautiful truck. Because Jay spares no expense. He gets, when he wants to get something, he gets it super nice. And this was a clean example, red pearl. The paint is phenomenal. Usually you see these where the UVs come off. This one is just pristine, interior pristine, and it was below 100,000 miles. And then he did his build. So we'll talk about the build. So Jay, you got Dobinson MRRs.
Yes.
You got 37s.
Yes.
Those are, the wheels are
KMCs. They're true bead locks.
True bead locks, yep.
Yep.
Like that. So you can really air down to 8 or 10 and not be concerned.
Yep.
Full size spare. You got the front runner roof rack. You got the Yoda Tech. This was all installed here in Southern California by Caesar at Cruiser Tech. Let's take a look at the back.
We went with the Delta long arm.
Delta long arms underneath.
Pushes that front axle forward a little bit.
Yeah, because when you go 37s, you're changing the geometry. Like, for those of you who don't know, when you put a 2-inch lift on a Land Cruiser, no problem. Just put your lift and you're done. When you go 4 and above, you are changing you have to put like new control arms, lower control, upper control arms in the front, in the back. So see, that's all adjustable right there. In the front, he went with the Delta. So those are longer, changes the angle for your axle, gets those wheels up forward, and it just looks phenomenal. Same thing in the back, panhard rod. So you go down the rabbit hole when you go over 4 inches, but just look how beautiful that is. And the contrast with the black and the red. Slee rear bumper, my favorite. Looks awesome with the fuel cans. Just looks amazing. Now, being from Ohio, Jay, since you're from Ohio, as far as smog's concerned, you didn't have to worry about.
Yeah, there's no worries.
Yeah, so you got a Manta.
Yes.
And I guess, yeah.
Yeah, well, there's no restrictions or anything like that. I don't have no checks or anything with the state.
Yeah, got it. And then there's Otis. So Jay's gonna drive Otis, I'm gonna drive Big Red, and then we're gonna stop and kind of share, you know,
Yeah.
what we think.
Yeah.
Here's my keys, Kate. This is like wife swap, but trucks.
There you go.
So even more entertaining. All right, can't wait. Gonna jump in that, and I will do some video while driving. Although my buddy just got a ticket. He's driving on a toll road. He handed his phone, or his kid handed his phone. He's like, Dad, check this out. Gave his phone to his dad. The second he did it, cop was beside him, lights went on. And he doesn't know how much the ticket's gonna be yet, but I bet you it's gonna be 350 bucks. So I'll have to be careful. Here's just a quick look at Otis. You guys know this, it's on my channel. It's my 1995 FZJ. You know, one of the notable differences is he's got a bigger lift. I got 35s, he's got 37s. You gotta re-gear, so he's got 529s. I don't have to re-gear. Being, you know, in California. If I was in Colorado, you would still re-gear 35s just because of the mountain passes and the higher altitude. All right, let's jump in them, Jay.
Okay. Can I get you to take one picture?
All right, there's Jay jumping in. Oh, that moisture made my fan belt squeak. And here's me jumping in. As I jump in, of course, he's triple locked. New seats. It's got the scheel-mann. Oh my God, those are sweet. First time sitting in a scheel-mann. There he goes there. Let me follow. So he's just over 100,000 miles. Starts up nice. And there we are, Southern California, folks. It's the edge of the continent of North America. I don't get very many opportunities to film Otis like this. Okay, it's got the D light working. That's nice, that's always an added benefit. Dash is completely clean. Oh, and these seats are just phenomenal. We're at a state park right now, so they allowed us to come in because they are full. Campground. You can camp right at the right on the ocean, right at the beach here. All right, I'm gonna pause until we're on the road and pay attention. There's a lot of pedestrians here. Right off the bat, I have, you know, original exhaust. I have to abide by smog here in California. So New York, California are the two states that smog is the toughest. Ohio, don't give two. So he's got a Manta. So I hear a little bit more growl, which is very cool. Like that. And I imagine he's got a little bit more power too because of that. As we wait for this light, so he's got the Ram just like I do, but I have it up here. But that seat, those are brand new. So if you want to do the scheel-mann, look at that color, that goes well with this interior. That's about a $5,000 upgrade to do that. There's his lights. Super nice. One thing I do whenever I have the wood, I do a delete. It's very easy, well, easy. Takes time to do, it's a couple hours, but I have a video on that. I get that off. Because underneath is a perfectly preserved black, and it makes it updated, makes it super nice. Okay, we got our green light. I'm gonna give it a bit of gas. Got my window down, so hopefully you can hear this exhaust. Very cool, sounds good. So drive's nice. I'm gonna do the window up to see if that will quiet down the exhaust. It's a good note. It's not too loud, but on a long trip, you don't want drone, and yeah, it's pretty quiet. If I'm not mistaken, I think Jay had some sound deadening done on this vehicle as well. Had the stereo upgraded, speakers changed, subwoofer, the works. It's a nice park here at Dana Point, and they're doing like a mega multi-million-dollar project here, redoing the whole harbor too. Make it more shops and drive more foot traffic, as if there's not already enough. But yeah, this seat is comfortable. I'm gonna ask him about adjustments and things that you can do. Yep. Like it. Steering wheel's nice and clean, of course. I mean, he got a super clean cruiser here. Now for sure, he's gonna notice my icon stage 3. I don't know if you see the car leaning. I do that on purpose. I love it where it's loose. I love that feel. My favorite thing is taking corners hard because it's planted, but the whole body just gives you some nice tilt, versus he has his suspension a little tighter, a little more on rails. Again, adjustable, right? Just depends what you like. And there's the harbor, folks. This is a pretty steep hill. All right, let me get some more driving in so I can focus on that and give my full report once we stop. All right, so we both drove each other's trucks. I opened up the back just so we can look in that in a second, because that has to do with some of our likes, dislikes. But you could see the stance. Look at the 37s, and that's a 4-inch lift. This is a 3-inch lift in 35. So that's basically a 2-inch difference. And look what 2 inches does, right? Pretty crazy. The reason why I stayed 35s is because I didn't want to re-gear. I'm in Southern California. It's usually mostly flat. So the original gearing in that's perfect for 35s. As soon as you go to 37s, that's a game changer. So Jay, I'll start. Here's my 3 likes on your rig. Like number 1, and it's a really big like, the seats. Like, holy cow, what a big upgrade, because we know that the leather seats, they all crack. I have originals in mine. Let's just go see what happens to them. Maybe it's one of your dislikes, right? Because you ponied up and put the scheel-manns. So I'm still thinking what I want to do. Do I want to put leather? I've soaked this with like horseback riding saddle material and everything possible, so it's stopped the cracking. I just have to decide what to do. So my like is your seats. Obviously, I love the bumper and all that. I already have that on my rig, so I won't speak to that. The other like is the Manta exhaust, because it gives a little bit of a throaty, meaty sound, and it gives a little bit more horsepower. I can tell that. And then my next like, boy, it's tough, because I really like the whole build. I think that's my next like. I like the entire build. Now I know, just like me, you had to change springs. So, you guys can learn from us. Jay's gonna powder coat these, because he got these last minute overnighted for Saturday when he's here. Crazy. But he's gonna powder coat them like a goldish copper. So I think that is gonna be a beautiful touch. And then my dislikes. Okay, dislike number 1, it's just a simple dislike. I'm not a big fan of the wood trim. Even though his is in great shape, you can remove this. I have a video on how to do that, clean it up, and then you've got beautiful black in behind here, and it takes the wood trim that's maybe kind of dated. That's number 1. Number 2, not a big fan of the drawer system. Just the way it's built, you'll see in a second. I have rugged bound. I guess it's too late. It's one of those things when you do your mod, it's too late to turn back and change it, right? So that's why this video can benefit you guys. I went with this, and you could just see it's cleaner looking. So I guess this is a like on my truck. And this is built for an 80 series. The Dobinson is a fit kit. So you got to say, hey, I want the medium drawers with the fit kit for an 80. This is made for an 80, so you're maximizing your space. And I think the only other dislike is once you start putting stuff on this type of roof rack that you have to bolt together. You see, you build it in your garage with all those little bolts. I would rather go with a solid welded aluminum, which is light, the rugged bound, same company that makes those drawers. I like them so much, I started representing them, put it that way. And full disclosure, I got a Prinsu up there. I would not put a rooftop tent on that. I wired it, I put lights. One day I'm gonna switch it to my rugged bound. But yeah, I put a Princeton there a while ago. So Jay, you drove Otis.
Okay, so just like, you know, my gearing, my 529s. I love my 529s with my 37s. You know, you gotta re-gear when you go tires. As far as the seats, oh my gosh, you've got to get a new set of seats.
I love it.
The seats. Other than that, I love 37s, but this does feel a little more planted.
Okay.
But, really, not much difference. A little bit, but not what you would think. Not what you would think.
Gotcha.
Other than that, I do like your rugged bound. I do love this.
Oh yeah, the Bluetti
this system here.
I'll have a link for a discount on that.
So other than that, you know,
we made coffee at Cars and Coffee in the back.
Obviously, I can't say too much about negative things about
wait.
80 series because I love them.
I know there's one thing you like.
I mean, I'm a Bronco guy.
Yeah.
I love my Broncos, the older Broncos, but I actually do love the 80 series.
I'm going to point out something that you said yesterday. We went to Cars and Coffee together here in Southern Cal, and you said the best thing at the show was?
If you're going to go with the roof, actually an awning, I've seen them all. I've had them all. This is the cat's meow.
Yeah.
You've got to have one of these awnings, and yeah.
And I just remembered one thing I do really like on your car, and I want to get. It's the front rail bar.
Yep.
It's such a cool look.
Yep.
So that is kind of, you have to have your truck at Caesar's because it works with his bar and his slider, but he can custom it to if you had an ARB and a SLE or another slider, so he can customize it. All right, there you have it. I mean, what's not to like about an 80 series? And Jay's taking this to Ouray, Colorado, going on a road trip, and that's where those scheel-manns will pay dividends in that nice seat.
That's correct.
He's going on a whale watching trip.
Yep.
That's why we're here at Dana Point. So I'm going to let him slide. I will open up that awning that Jay loved. He's actually getting one for his rig. So I'll open that up when he leaves here, give you guys a quick little view.
Trade keys back?
Oh, do we have to? All right, there's yours, there's mine. Thank you, sir.
It's been a pleasure.
Jay. Yep, thank you.
Thank you very
that was
much.
awesome.
Pleasure to meet you, and we'll definitely talk again.
Yep, we'll do it again when you put that LS3 in the 60 series.
All right, sounds good.
All right. All right, here's what Jay was talking about. So I'll try to deploy this one-handed. Bug protector, zipper. This is one hand. You guys have the timer going? One clip here opens up and then swing out. I gotta do this quick because I'm on the road. A big truck comes by. Swing out and then hook it. I will just hook it here for now. And then tighten it and voila. So apart from doing the last minute tightening, because again, I'm limited on time here because I'm on a public road. It is a dead end, but check that out. That is the cat's meow. That's from Rugged Bound, same company that makes the drawers and the roof racks from South Africa. So if you're interested, hit me up. That can ship anywhere here in the US. Look how awesome that is. And it's windy out here. This can take 30 miles an hour wind before you would have to put the leg down, and comes with lights. So a light that you slide into the track and then you're all lit up. Look how awesome that is. And it's huge. It's I believe 106 inches, and that weighs, believe it or not, 57 pounds, and you can do pull-ups on the bar there. That's that sturdy. So thanks for watching. Subscribe. Yes, it's a little loose here because I didn't do that final tight, which takes seconds, but I'm holding the camera. All right, and if you like it, I will produce more videos like 200 series comparisons, 100, 40, 60 with other Land Cruiser owners. I think it's a cool format, truck swap, comment, and the like. So, all right, if you have any questions, hit me up in the comments, or you can email me at cruisingtheland@gmail.com. And if you're in Southern California and you got an amazing Land Cruiser, hit me up. We'll do a video, and maybe we'll do one of these key swap videos. All right, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Happy trails.